Couple of comments from that introduction. Number one, why in the heck did I take this job? But number two, Martha, I think that I'm going to take you everywhere I go recruiting. That sounded great. Well, I want to first just say my heartfelt congratulations to all of the 7th grade students receiving this distinguished honor of recognition. You have achieved at an extremely high level at an extremely young age. You're obviously very talented, but you're also obviously very committed to a great work ethic. Wow, how important that is. I also want to congratulate your parents. I love seeing this crowd, your grandparents, your friends, relatives, guardians that are here. But I'm also going to thank your teachers and your mentors that aren't here. People that have helped shape the outstanding student and obviously person that you are. I have been in football as a player or coach now over 50 years. It's a long time to do something, but it's something that I'm passionate about for a lot of reasons. But the first one has always been about the opportunity to be a part of a team and to work with young people that have exceptional abilities, which all of you do. But I also realize this: the older I get, the more I realize how important all of those people along the way were in shaping the person I was to become. Make sure, even in the 7th grade, that you stop and thank that 1st or 2nd grade teacher if you still see them from time to time. People that have been involved with you in the community. Gratitude is a great habit, and it's one you need to start early and often, particularly when things are going well for you. So let's make sure that we keep that in mind. As you're being honored today, it's evident that you've earned this right by achieving at really what I would call a level of greatness. I used to use the term the pursuit of excellence. There is no perfection, and don't try to reach perfection. You won't do anything but maintain a frustration. But we call it the relentless pursuit of excellence. And I've really come to change that in my mind. I think it's more important to take the relentless pursuit of greatness. The difference in excellence is defined as extremely high quality. Greatness is defined as the highest of quality. And you are gifted enough to pursue greatness in all that you do. And I'm gonna give you my definitions of the difference between success and achievement. And I was really glad to hear Martha use the word achievement. This is something my mother taught me. Success is important, but it's generally someone else's opinion. Like for my world, being all conference or all state or all American is nice, but it is someone else's opinion. Success are awards and honors that come to you along the way, presented to you from someone else. It's important, but achievement is simply this: knowing without a shadow of a doubt that as you look in the mirror, you know that you've done everything you could possibly do to be the very best you can be. Achievement is a whole lot more satisfying than success. But the biggest competitor that you face, and I tell our players this all the time, the biggest competitor you're going to face in your life is staring at you in the mirror. You have to overcome things yourselves to reach the potential that you've been given. So I want you to remember that. Now, I am going to share a little advice and wisdom passed to me at an early age from my mother. My mother was born in 1921. About your age, at 12 years old, her formal schooling ended. She had gone to 8 different schools by the time she was 12. She was a product of the Great Depression, hopping freight after freight, trying to find work and a life. They moved all over the South. By the time she was 12, schooling was done. So she went off to make a life for herself. To this day, my mother just passed away this year at 91. To this day, she is the most well-read human being I've ever met. She read and she read and she read. She read encyclopedias. She read book after book. She read. She was certainly one of the more educated people that I met, and never went to school past the age of 12. And I lost my father young, and she told me 2 things right after that stuck with me, extremely important to me to this day. And I was young, and she looked me right in the eye and she said, "David, 2 things will shape who you become." And I hope this is meaningful to each one of you. It's very simplistic. But she said, first, what you read, what you put in your mind and in your heart will be through what you read. In that era, there were no computers. We really didn't have any kind of communication source more than just reading a book. Thank goodness we're still doing that. But what you read, and the other is who you choose to associate with. How true that's been. I've been in coaching 38 years. I watch young people do great things, and I watch some tragic circumstances with young people. It's often determined by those 2 things. So pay great attention to who your friends are, and pay great attention to what you're hearing, seeing, and reading. Extremely important. Now, my dad, as I said, on the other hand, wasn't around a long time for me, but his impact was always great. My dad was born in 1915. Sounds like a long time ago, doesn't it? It was. But our country in 1915 was far different than you know it today. A lot of things had to be done. Our schools, our cities, our states, our roads, our ability to get anything done was very difficult. So it was a generation that was all about making things better and being committed to it. Greatest lesson that I've had still to this day was on a Sunday, and my dad usually had to work 7 days a week. We'd always go to church Sunday morning, but Sunday afternoon he would have to go in. But a particular Sunday he was off. He said, "Okay, there were 6 of us. Kids, jump in the car. We're going to go to town and go to the park." Well, we were thrilled. We never got to go anywhere. So all 6 of us jump in that 1952 Chevrolet. We go into the park. He pulls up. Me and my brothers and sisters go out. The park's got games going on, softball and this. We ruin every game there. Cutcliffe's running around everywhere. We're aggressive. We're all athletes. We're having a blast. My dad's standing over under a shade tree watching. And then finally it's about dusk, and my dad could put his fingers in his mouth and whistle really loudly. And when you heard that whistle, I don't know if you've ever played red light, green light, you know, when you have to stop. When you heard the first whistle, it didn't matter if you were rounding third base going to score a run. You had to stop dead in your tracks. The second whistle meant come to the car. So here we take off on the second whistle. I still hate to admit this. I had a sister that beat me back to the car. She was faster than I was. She gets in the car and Daddy calls her out and says, "Lynn, come here." And he took all of us, and in that era they had these really big concrete picnic tables at every park. And he set all 6 of us on a concrete picnic table. And he said, look out there at this park. What do you see? Daddy, everybody's leaving. No, what do you see? Just see grass. You know, everybody's leaving. We're hungry. He said, hush your mouths. What do you see? We didn't know. He said, I'll tell you what I see. I've been standing over here watching people litter and throw things down. This place looks awful. He said, I want every piece of paper in this park picked up and put in the trash. But Daddy, hush your mouths, go. So here goes 6 little Cutcliffes running all over the place. And we filled up 3 55-gallon oil drum containers, or the big garbage cans, with that much trash. And then he set us on this picnic table and took this opportunity to say something extremely important to me. And I've told every freshman football player that's ever played for me this story. He said, you see that? How much better does it look? And to be honest with you, at 8 years old, it looked good. The grass looked pretty. Everything was neat. The big shade trees. You know what a park looks like. We got the Sarah Duke Gardens here that are gorgeous. And we all agreed it looked really good. He said, I want you to remember this. When a Cutcliffe goes somewhere, and I don't care where it is or how long you stay, you leave a place better than you found it. Wow. Think if all of us took that approach. And I'm looking at all of these exceptional young people. Good gosh, are you a great looking group of young folks? You can change the world. You want to talk about leaving a place a better place? Make a difference and leave every place you go, every school you're a part of, any camp you go to, leave it better than you found it. Think about others. Have a mentality of service. And one little poem here, and I'll end. I know I'm probably a little longer than I should have been, but I have been excited about today. But this is a simple little poem by William Arthur Ward that, to me, says it all. It's the difference maker. And it's simply titled, Do More. And I want you to think as I say each line. Do More by William Arthur Ward. Do more than belong. Participate. There's a huge difference. Do more than care. Help. Help. Do more than believe. Practice. Practice it. Do more than state it. Practice what you preach. We've all heard that. Do more than be fair. Be kind. Do more than forgive. Forget. Do more than dream. Work. Now, from this point on, what you've accomplished, congratulations. But that's all been done in the past. Roll your sleeves up. Use your abilities and your attitude and your work ethic and go get it done, okay? Godspeed to you and good luck. God bless you.